At the GSMA, we strongly believe that digital technology can have positive socio-economic impact, and that impact can be achieved at scale. Back in 2015, when we looked at the ecosystem, we realized that in a lot of parts of Africa and Asia Pacific, startups do struggle with access to scale, whether it is because they cannot access capital or the right partners. So this is why back in 2015, we created the Ecosystem Accelerator. We wanted to test how collaboration between startups and mobile operators can help innovation reach impact at scale. Through the 34 startups we've been supporting in 23 markets, we've obviously seen a lot of impact. But I want to say that this is only the tip of the iceberg. What we're seeing today is a lot more startups who are building digital technology, but also partnership with mobile operators as the core of their business model. And on the other end, we're also seeing more and more mobile operators being extremely serious about how they engage with the startup community. All the work that we do at the GSMA is collaborative by design. Over the past 5 years, we've worked with a lot of players in the ecosystem, startups and mobile operators obviously, but also tech hubs or investors. Collectively, the 34 startups that we've been supporting through our innovation fund have impacted 6.3 million citizens across Africa and Asia Pacific and helped unlock £10 million of income, whether it's in the form of additional revenue or savings for these citizens. Another indicator that's extremely important for us to track is what we call the crowding in, which is the additional funding raised by the startups once they've been admitted into our innovation fund. This number is currently at £188 million, which is 31 times the amount that was allocated to these startups by our fund, and which basically gives a really good indication of the potential for the portfolio to keep growing. Finally, we have 2/3 of the startups in our portfolio who are today in a partnership with a mobile operator. Our impact goes beyond the Innovation Fund through all the research and insights that we publish, but also through the trainings, the workshop, the mentorship that we provide through the program. The portfolio approach that we've taken brings value in the variety of the projects that we're working with. But if I had to call out 2 examples, I would go for Twigger Foods in Kenya and Ranguru in Indonesia, in particular for their capacity to have raised tens of millions of dollars in the past couple of years. But I'd also like to bring attention to projects we've been supporting in earlier stage ecosystem. Think of Benin, for instance, or Samoa and Papua New Guinea in the Pacific, or projects where the entrepreneurs are pushing themselves to develop solutions for populations that otherwise do not always get a lot of attention, for instance, women or persons with disabilities. You can only deliver on your vision if you have the right partners. From day one, we were supported by the Department for International Development in the UK, who was soon joined by the Australian government, not only as funders, but also as great promoters and thought partners over the years. We've now been involved in this ecosystem for 5 years, and we're very much encouraged by what we've seen in that time frame. And we remain extremely committed to helping startups and mobile operators collaborate to generate impact at scale.